Action Jackson backstage at the Moondog Coronation Ball just got off to an amazing set. KC from KC and the Sunshine Band is here with me. How are you,
Good,
sir?
man. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Good. You sounded great out there.
Thank you. I was struggling with my throat tonight, but
you know. But you got
happens.
through it. Nobody noticed at all.
I hope so.
Really, probably shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, all right.
But it's amazing. I've seen you here in Cleveland a number of times over the last 10 years, and it's amazing to me how you have actually taken the act that we knew back in the day with basically the most fancy thing that you did had the guys with the horns moving back and forth, and now you got dancers and backup dancers and all that stuff. How did you evolve that whole act? Did it come over time, or did you just go, we got to revamp it?
No, when I came out of retirement, I decided I wanted to make the production a little bit more than it was before, and so we hired like Travis Payne, who did Michael Jackson, and he choreographed the whole show for us. So
it's amazing how that it evolves and it smooths so naturally into what you've done with it. It's amazing to me, and it's amazing how the music.
We have a lot of fun.
Yeah, you do. I was going to say to people, I said, I don't know how people who actually sing love songs and some depressing songs go out there and do it every single night. How can you
I
not
wish
do
I
that?
had like 10 more of those. That'd be awesome.
Well, ballads seem to work, but you know what? You got at least one or two slow songs.
Right. We had to do an edited show tonight, so our show's normally like 2 hours.
Right.
You know, we didn't do I Be Boogeyman, Keep It Common Love, Yes I'm Ready, and you know, I have a new album that I'm doing, and
I heard you talking about it with Lanigan and Malone, and you're working with some newer producers and everything.
I'm working for some a DJ remixer from Europe. His name is Bimbo Jones. And he's remixed like Madonna, Lady Gaga, Flo. I mean, you name it, he's remixed it.
The big ones.
And he sent me over some tracks, and I put some melodies and words to them, and they sound amazing. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to get Flo Rida to do a rap on one of them.
Wow,
so,
that's great. Yes, I mean, they're taking like all the old stuff and reworking it anyway. One of his biggest hits is a reworking of Dead or Alive.
And then the band, so, you know, we've done some stuff, you know, some funkier stuff on the album. It's the album's really amazing. I'm like, well, I think it's gonna be great.
This is the time for it because it seems like everybody's jumping back into the KC and the Sunshine Band.
Good.
You hear Get Down Tonight on everything, and in commercials and in movies and all that stuff as well. Are you as surprised as everybody else is that music keeps coming back and still?
I'm thankful, you know what I mean? It's like, no, you know, it's like, for me, it's almost like a little payback because, you know, I've always felt that our group has like been underestimated and not respected very well, you know. Our genre is the only one they don't mention in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or recognize. And I mean, although we started out R&B and we created our sounds, what became disco or whatever, we've never gotten, for some reason, we've never gotten like the credit. They give it to the Bee Gees, they give it to everybody else, but KC and the Sunshine Band. So you know, it's a little bit of a ha 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 for me moment, you know what I mean? To know that, you know, and I think it just gives credibility to those songs that we created, that there's a lot to them and a lot more to them than what everybody thought they were.
I'm a little bit, you know, a little bit biased. I started as a disco DJ years ago. And so I know that a lot of the rock and roll guys don't always realize the work that goes into the arranging of the songs and the work that goes into them. And you have I
wasn't liked by them. You know, this guy came up and had this whole disco sucks thing and burned all the...
Oh, Steve Dahl, the DJ in Chicago. And he got into a lot of trouble.
Got in a lot of trouble. Actually, he came
ball game.
Right, he came to Miami and got down on his knees and apologized to me in front of the Marlins, one of the Marlins baseball games.
That's funny. That's funny. So I don't even need to ask you what you're doing next. Now, are you think you're going to be able to incorporate some of the new songs that you're working out?
Yeah, eventually. You know, I've been always afraid to kind of do this, and it's all kind of happening, and I'm not going to fight it now.
Good.
And
that's really good.
I'm really excited about it. Yeah, well, it's great stuff. I think people are going to be surprised.
Well, I mean, on behalf of all the guys that didn't get you back in the day, they get you now. And even our station, only in recent years, has started playing, you know, KC stuff because we were a 50s and 60s station years ago.
Thank you.
But we love your stuff. I've always loved you, and it's very nice to finally meet you and talk to you.
Thank you so much.
KC from KC and the Sunshine Band, making the Moondog sexier than it ever has been in its entire life. Action here live at the Moondog backstage.